Hello, this is Jadwiga Meyer. Welcome to another episode of First Rate Reads at the Sterling Heights Public Library. If you have not seen previous videos from this series, please check them on our library Facebook page or SHTV1 YouTube channel. Today I will take you for a trip around the world with a historical fiction. With the books that I'm going to mention, we will travel not only to different locations in United States, but also abroad. We will start with a quick trip to Troublesome Creek in Kentucky with The Book Woman of Troublesome Creek by Kim Richardson. The story follows 19-year-old blue-skinned Cassie Mary Carter, the last living female of the rare Blue people ancestry. In 1936, Cassie joins the historical Pack Horse Library Project of Kentucky and becomes a librarian. In order to deliver books and other reading materials, Cassie needs to ride across slippery beds and up treacherous mountains. She does that on her faithful mule. Because of her unusual color of the skin, Cassie is also known as Bluet. She has to not only confront those who are suspicious about her color of the skin, but also those who are suspicious of this new government's book program. It is a unique story of bringing comfort and joy, literacy, and retreat with library materials. It shows bravery and dedication. The story is inspired by historical Blue people of Kentucky and Kentucky Pack Horse Library Service. With our next book, we will go overseas, to Kraków in Poland. Mrs. Moore Goes Missing by Maryla Szymiczkowa. Szymiczkowa is actually a pen name for the writing team of Jacek Denel and Piotr Tarczyński. The main character, Zofia Turbotyńska, is 38-year-old wife of university professor. To improve her social standing, Zofia decides to organize a charity raffle. To recruit the patronage of elderly aristocratic lady, she visits Helzel House, a retirement home run by nuns. When two of the residents are found dead, Zofia decides to solve the crimes. This novel richly recreates life in 19th century Poland. It portrays a range of issues: class prejudice, women's rights, local customs, finding and following one's passion. Knowing Kraków relatively well, it was joy for me to walk through familiar streets. It was a very enjoyable mystery. My next pick might be of an interest for all fans of Jane Austen. The Jane Austen Society by Natalie Jenner. The story takes us to a small English village after the Second World War, to the place where Jane Austen had her final home. Now, in the hands of distant relatives, the house and estate is diminishing. In this situation, we meet a group of individuals who in a first sight couldn't be more different, but they are connected by the love for the books of Austen. They want to preserve novelist's home and legacy. Each one of them struggle with their own loss or trauma, but together they create the Jane Austen Society. The next book will take us to India, The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi. We follow the story of Lakshmi, who escapes from an abusive marriage and makes it to the 1950s Jaipur. After a while, she becomes the most requested henna artist and confidant to a wealthy woman of the upper class. She can never reveal her own secrets, though. she must be very careful of her doings, because even small jealous gossip might ruin her reputation and her livelihood. Her life changes when one day she's being confronted by her husband. He tracked her down and brought to her a sister Lakshmi never knew she had. Suddenly, her independence and slowly built life is threatened. This book creates a vivid portrait of a struggle between traditional and modern vision of a woman in a society. From one hand, it shows the world that is colorful and lavish, but from the other hand can be cruel. This is a very good story with very well-built characters that you can actually emphasize and wish them well. From the far India, we will come back a little bit closer with The Air You Breathe by Francis de Pontis Peebles. Unlike the henna artist, I did not find this book uplifting. It is a very good book, but if you're not prepared for some hard feelings, constant struggle and hardship, I would not recommend you to read this one. It is a very engaging story though. The story about female friendship, full of the affection, envy, and pride. It starts in 1930s on the Brazilian sugar plantation with the friendship between 9-year-old orphaned Doris, working in the kitchen, and Graça, the spoiled daughter of the wealthy sugar baron. One of them has beautiful voice, another can feel the music and create lyrics. Music becomes their shared passion, but also the field of rivalry. Only one of them is destined to be a star. With development of the characters, we will travel from Brazilian sugar plantation through Lapa, a famous Rio de Janeiro's neighborhood, to Los Angeles. In one of her interviews, the author says that this novel is about music, friendship, loss, and memory. My last recommendation will take us to Trinidad and Montana. Book of the Little Axe by Lauren Francis Sharma. By 1830, Rosa lives among the Crow Nation in Bighorn, Montana, with her husband Edward Crow and their teenage son Victor. At that time, Victor is of age when he must seek a vision and become a man. But his path is blocked because of the secrets Rosa kept. And that's why we have to go back in time and explore Rosa's past. The time when Rosa lived in Trinidad, and when in 1796 Trinidad became an English colony instead of the Spanish one. This novel is a rich picture of Trinidad back in 1700s. It explores race, colonialism, and its influence on people's lives. It goes into family dynamics and relationships, social status, and tries to discover the meaning of home, belonging, searching and finding identity. This is all what I prepared for you today. Thank you for watching. Please check the previous videos from this series and other videos created by the staff of the Sterling Heights Public Library. Take care.